Okay, G. Sabiku, namaste, welcome. Another Sunday. Yoga time. Okay, let's start doing yoga. Those who have joined online, thank you very much. Okay, usual, sit straight. We recite the Om mantra 3 times, which is to help your mind settle. So your brain waves comes down, okay, with recitation of Om. Brings your beta waves slowly into alpha state, which is where you want to be for relaxation. Okay, so breathe in. Swah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yona Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, we start with asanas, yeah? So first thing, some exercises. Okay, so warming up. So 3 components we do weekly in our yoga practice. The first one is to what's called asanas, so rhythmic mindful exercises. We, we do at least 3 times of each of the exercises. The first one is what's called Chakrasana. So you are moving, your hands are together, tightly held, and moving your body, okay, round and round. Then what's called Paschimottanasana, so lifting your head, touching your toes. Okay, so be mindful. We start with Om, so it helps your mind to cut out, the monkey business of thoughts that keep running. Primary purpose of yoga is actually Yog Chitra Vritti Nirodha, it's called. So we bring our, thousands, literally there's about 70,000 thoughts happening a day. It helps bring your thoughts to a minimum level. So, which basically means you're focusing yourself onto yourself. Awareness of yourself is the biggest knowledge. It is in some way ironical that the more you become focused, the more you become aware of who you are, that actually brings the greatest knowledge. Because all other things, what seems like knowledge, which is like thought processes that keep barging into your mind without even your control, is most of them distractions. So this is why it's very helpful to do something like yoga, because it is one thing for your, definitely for mind. There are not many different mechanisms or means or help that are available. but at the same time, physically, it is actually allowing you to keep you fit too, because you need to be fit, you need to do exercises. And yoga, this provides a platform to do these simple exercises that we are doing. It's very rhythmic, it's focused, it's mindful. So the effectiveness is quite quite high. Um, there's it's nothing wrong with doing other exercises. Very good, walking, running, jogging, all those things, and you can do them. That's so good. But when you do them, try to be mindful. So trying to keep your mind into what you are doing brings in extra rewards. So so that's why asanas, when we do as part of our yogic exercises, so activity that is being done, we are focused. So each of these exercises, we are focusing as well while we are doing them. So the exercises themselves become very helpful to your body. So at a physical level, we need to be healthy because other components which are more refined within us, which is your mind. So if your brain cells are not, uh, your neurons are not healthy, brain being the physical organ, while mind being the subtle component of it, how can you look after your mind if brain is itself going is not actually in a good shape? Where are you getting Alzheimer's disease or other types of disease, dementia, etc.? So these exercises, physical exercises, are very good, very important. So looking after your body is one of the main things that yoga teaches. Make sure you're healthy. Then, based on your physical components being healthy, then you can grow into more deeper aspects of looking after your body, where comes what's called Sukshma Sharira, your astral body, okay? And beyond that, there is a driver of this body, which is the spirit or prana or the soul, whatever you call. So these exercises now, like targeted exercises that we're doing, ankle, our wrists, okay? So Muladhara. So for Muladhara basically was, so this exercise, okay? So pressing your tailbone as much as you can. Then butterfly exercises for Swadhisthana, so the chakra or the energy center. Okay, so you get spinal cord, there is nerves running more sensory neural system. Then there's subtle elements which run, helps with the conduction of those things. For, so it's called Muladhara, Swadhisthana. These are the energy centers. And so if you balance them, then you can come up to what's called Manipura, solar plexus, 72,000 these subtle elements running through your body. So the difference in yoga with other exercises is that we have this, teachings from the Vedas, Rishi Patanjali, from what's called Yoga Sutras, Patanjali's Rishi, written those, explains beyond just physical exercise what's a connection. So, and then you keep coming up heart. So once the lower chakras are balanced and you're in control of life, so you're moving out of survival mode. You can understand if you're in survival mode, you are really not able to do anything too much. You have to survive, which is your lowest level chakras, Muladhara and Swadhisthana. Manipur, Anah, then Vishuddhi, all are the metaphysical components abatement first, realization of that your physical body is is actually your lower level chakra balance. So you can actually progress. Okay, so these are some of the exercises, physical exercises, which while we're doing them, we focus within our body beyond our physical components, and we get into the tune of actually balancing, okay, those energy centers. And yes, lifting yourself slowly, slowly, you get that strength. The muscle development happens because we're very targeted. We do lots of exercise which targets your tummy muscles, front, back, sides. So this, how you're able to sit in, or you lift yourself, muscles, as they become active or more. With strength, you can do this. Now lie down and we move our limbs up. That's what's called halasana, plow. Move the legs, try and take over your head and touch the ground. Right? Now also shoulders and lift up. Help yourself through blood by putting your legs up. Okay. Come down. Now open your legs and make circles out, inside out, outside in. If you can hold some more specific exercises for your knee, your calf, your ankles, move them up, down, and exercises for your ankles, right, like that. Both sides, and right and then left. Keep moving. Now, holding legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Touch the floor back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch the floor back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Now, go on Muktasana. So bring your knee to your chin. 1, 2, 3. Inside. Left knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both of them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now lift yourself up. Okay, so you're rocking yourself up and down, up, yeah, down, up. So massaging your back. Okay, so with that help, and then you're putting your muscles. So go side to side, right, left. You hold your knee as close to yourself, and then move your body right to left, right to left, right to left. Okay. Now straighten. So lift your pelvic area, like Matrishasana, as much as you can. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now put your hands upside down, your shoulders, and we lift ourselves like chakrasana, like a bow. Lift yourself up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down. Put your hands back of your head and what called Makarasana. So your ankles are together, your knees are together, and you move your knees. So if you go to the right side, look towards the left. Then go left, look towards the right. See how much very gentle, very softly you're doing. rhythmic exercises which are for your spine. It's very helpful. You can feel it. Okay, so it's like a gradual massage. Yeah, small exercises. Okay, for your back. It's very pacifying. It's very helpful. Try it. You will feel it. Yes, back. This is called Makarasana. Now put your left ankle on the right knee and now gradually one, two, three, four, five, same side. Now this time right ankle on your left knee and push towards the left side. One, two, three, four, five. Bring back. There. Come back now. Okay, so a variation of Makarasana. Now lift your left leg and try and hold and extend as much as towards your right side. One, two, three, four, five. Change side. Push. One, two, three, four, five. Now come back. Now we'll do what's called Navasana. Balancing yourself on your bum. One, two, three, and move your right leg. One, two, three. This time left. One, two, three. Come up, and sit. In sitting position, you do Gomukhasana. You push your right leg inside. Sit. So your left bum over your right ankle, left ankle over right knee, your right elbow onto the left knee. One, two, three, four, five. Push further. One, two, three, four, five. This time, push your hand up. Left goes above the head. Try and hold the fingers on the back. One, two, three, four, five. And push yourself towards the knee. One, two, three, four, five. Change side. The right ankle over the right knee. Left elbow behind. Right knee. Look towards the back. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. This time right hand above your head. Hold the fingers on the back. One, two, three, four, five, and touch the knee. One, two, three, four, five. Just in one position, cow pose, you can actually squeeze so much. Or just on simple level, you can just do this. Otherwise, one, two, three, four, five, inside. One, two, three, four, five. Very slow, gradual, rhythmic, mindful in what you are doing. So even by exercising, we are actually trying to bring your attention on one particular thing that we are doing. Okay? So yoga is fusion. Yoga is de-stressing. And you do whatever you can do. You shouldn't stress. You don't need to be perfect. These are exercises. These are practices. These help you become more disciplined in terms of actually being aware of yourself. Okay, so now, while you're resting, do some grounding exercises. First one for the sole of your feet and clap. Okay, so press nicely, smoothly each of the area of your sole of your feet from the toes right to the back to the heel, and then the front, massage. If you get some time, there's some safe area, clean area in the ground. You can take out your shoes and walk for a while. We are part and parcel of the earth itself, the physical earth that is, okay, soil. Soil has microbial population. Trees grow. Only they are able to stand if they have good root system. Okay, so we are part and part of that, the whole environment that there is. You know how climate change is affecting our basics, survival now at the moment. At a more close personal level, we are connected. So the grounding is very important. Okay. So same thing we do for palm of the hand. So clapping, okay, clapping expression of happiness for others is you are stimulating nerve centers, nerve sensory connections which run to your brain and it rewards you. So your positive gratitude, your expression of happiness for someone else is actually helping you. Alright. So that is how we teach, like the Hindus will teach, how you have to have good moral and ethical values. These are the two foundational concepts of the yoga practice is what's called yam and niyam. That's where it starts. So these good qualities, ahimsa, asya, satya, okay? So good qualities. So expressing goodness, gratitude, controlling your anger, your pride, being having humility, softness, helpful. So these actions itself, like appreciation, brings in what's called sequence of activities in your body at a physiological level. And that's what's called epigenetics. Okay? So your genes, while they are there as a template for the life, the expression of those templates is dependent on our what we are doing, which is called epigenetics. Okay. So your thought process is very important. That's what expresses what we eat, what we drink. So that's why yoga is so holistic and inclusive in that manner. That when you so you're eating your environment, the thought, once your thought's in control, then you are able to actually regulate seriously at a very molecular level of how your body is okay functioning then. Right. So they now balancing your Jatharani or energy center. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So every week we do this thing. So massage your forehead. These muscles on your hand go around the forehead, sides, temple area, and back on the top, around your eyeballs, your cheek, your chin, your chest. Yeah. The neural plexus here, big arteries run from your heart, aorta, these nerve plexus, okay? So if you are lazy and you don't feel the energy, just press here. You just in the bed before waking up, you'll get this energy on the sides here. Okay? So you okay, so most of the stress sits around there. So if you press slowly, you'll realize how to de-stress by some simple physical kind of activities. We do breathing exercise and other meditation later on, and that's where most of the benefit lies. But you just can't go there without actually being aware of the physical attributes, and so that's why asanas are there to help. It's most important because in modern world today we are just office work and sitting, okay, computers and stuff. So the asanas become even more important. So gyms are there because of that reason, because we need to be exercising. While it's good for muscles and things, yoga actually gives this extra dimension of healthy living. All right. So now we're facing downwards. We start with you can be in plank position, or you can do push-ups. You can that's 200 of it. No? So that's 100. Lying down. Now, strain yourself with the push-ups that we did. Now extend your hands upwards and your legs downwards. Okay, so pull and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Now rest on your chin on your thumb. Bring your legs towards your bum. Move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now lift yourself. Look at your ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sarvasana, snake pose. Hold your hands, legs together. Move yourself sideways. Okay, so side to side, side to side. Keep going. Move. One more time. Very good. Now, hands by the side, lift your legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Touch the floor back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch the floor back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Come down. Now hold the ankles, pull towards you. Left side, right side, both of them. Push and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now push yourself sideways, right, left, right, left, right side, left side, right. Lie down. Makarasana. Lift your right leg. Hold it with your left fingers. Pull as far onto the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the same with opposite side. Hold your left leg and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Now, balancing yourself with left ankle holds right knee. Push yourself up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, on your right knee, hold yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, further stretch yourself. Push your right leg in and extend yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bring yourself in a child position like this. Push yourself down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now do hands in a namaste position on the back. Go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back up on your pose like a camel. Stay here. Breathing. Breathe out. Come up. Push your tummy in. Rotate clockwise. Breathe in. Out. This time from the left side. Move your tummy. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Out. Very good. Now, on your, like the support of your knee, come up, Sthirasana. Go towards the back as much as possible. And hold your ankles. Support yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go further by sitting on your ankles now. Hands on the back, supporting your body. Go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now all the way. Okay, so you can push yourself. Right. Going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. Come back up. sit in Vajrasana. So this is the Vajrasana position. Very good. So energy centers, especially digestive functions, are extremely working good at this. So sitting in this after eating food will help your digestion. Now, stimulation of the endocrine and other organs in your body. Put your fingers together, pulp on your belly button. Go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back up. Now increase the pressure. One hand on top. Press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chin side. With thumb left fingers. Your right hand on top. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now along your thigh at the level of your belly button on the side of you. Tell me where the kidneys are. Put the palm of your fingers together. Go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back up. Now we'll do exercises for eyes. Extend your hands, neck straight. Take your eyeballs onto the right side. The fingers are seeking your attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go diagonal up. Right side upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left side downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change side. Left side up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right side down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your thighs look as far possible. Then quickly to the tip of your nose, far away. Tip of your nose, far away. Tip of your nose, far away. Tip of your nose. Go clockwise. 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. Anti-clockwise. 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12. Okay. Now exercise for your neck. So push your right shin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push your hands. Your chin downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Front of your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back of your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now your shoulder in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Now out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. All right. Very good. So done. Exercises okay, all around, from top of your head to the toes, sole of your feet to hand, side to side, front, back, okay, ankle, everything. Within this half an hour, you're able to do most of the exercises, right? Very rhythmic, focused. Now, a little bit difficult one. So you're balancing yourself like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you try that. You can go into the side. Left side. Balance, focus. Yes, you have to be just careful, it's slippery. Or lift yourself on your tummy, muscles like this. Yeah. Good. Now we lie down. And as we do every week, lift yourself, learn to lift yourself without using your hand. Okay, so we stand up without using support of your hands. So just pushing yourself up and stand up, okay? And then we do stand up asanas like this. Okay, good. Now, let's do some exercise. All right, first one, stand up. Expand your chest and breathe in, breathe out. Okay, expand then, feel the air going in, out, out, out. Now just jump. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Size for your pelvic area. Rotate them clockwise, anti-clockwise, slowly, gradually. Very nice. Anjali Asana, so hands by side, go down, okay? So pull yourself down, come up, hold your earlobes, and do it 3 times. Go down, 1, 2, one more time, and hold it, Malasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Right, so let's try and do this. So move yourself. See if you can go down and up. Lift yourself like that. Down, up, down, up. Good. Right, now let's do tree pose, standing straight, focused, legs together, hands together. Look in the front somewhere so that you can focus yourself. Vrikshasana, tree pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. On one leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change side. Opposite leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm down. Now push yourself on the right side. Look at the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your right hand up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now take your right hand on your thighs, stretching yourself. Yeah, push. Straighten up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change side. Opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your left hand up. 1, 2, 4, 5. Now left hand goes in your thighs. Straighten yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. Good. Come back. All right. Now let's do what's called Chandra Namaskar. Like Surya Namaskar, Chandra Namaskar. Okay, so right hand, Trikonasana. We start with Trikon. Hold the ankle. Look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push yourself. Come up. On your right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up this time on your left ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And push yourself in, and this. Push, push, strain yourself. Yeah, in, out. Come up, in, up. One more time. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, we've done almost all. Now we are left with Surya Namaskar. Okay, so this is a package 12 positions exercise. So Surya, express gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotional forces in the body. It's like, that epigenetic part in the body. When you have expression of graciousness, it sets in motion sequence of cell receptor activity. It goes in like a machinery. It does a lot of good to your body. Surya Namaskar doing this asana is expressing gratitude. Sun is not there, Earth is not there. This our at least this universe, our sun with 9 planets is in the whole world. So morning have a habit of expressing gratitude, and it will have a big impact on yourself, or to your parents, to your neighbors, to your teachers, to your friends, to your colleagues, to your partner, your workmates, whoever is there in your life who is helping you express that thankfulness. So 12 pose position, breathe in, push your hands up, breathe out, breathe in, touch your toes, and then push your right leg, straighten yourself in plank position. Then we do a Asana, which is chin, knee and toes are touching the ground. Breathe in, come up. Bhujan, push yourself up. Then mountain pose. And right leg up, followed by left. Push your left leg in. Straighten yourself, both legs together. Breathe in and out. Normal position. Now, do the same from the left side. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and out. This time left leg goes back first. Straighten itself. Push it up. Last time chin, knee, and toes are holding the body. Mountain pose. This time left leg followed by right. Push the right leg in. Straighten yourself. Up. Normal position. That was one cycle. So do 2 more cycles. The minimum 3, you can go up to 22 times. You become a full cardio and you can increase the rate. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and out. Straighten yourself. Asanas, Bhujan, Parvatasana. Right side and left. Left side in, both together. Up. Now go from the left side. Breathe in, out. Breathe in and out. Straighten yourself. Astanasana, Bhujan, Parvatasana. By push in, up. Okay, second one done. Third one, start from the right side. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the last one from the left side. Breathe in, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Right? We've done all exercises. All right. Now in this time, you're very nicely warmed up. Need to rest a little bit, and in the rest time we do what's called Nadi Shodan. Nadi, like sleeping your Nadi, the channel system. Relaxation. Okay, so awareness of your subconscious happens. Before that, you just do a little bit, few more exercises left. Okay, the first one is, if you want, you can try this. So standing on your hands, in and out. And on your hand. And the last one is your headstand. Okay, so if you can do headstand, good. If you can't, you can just do the Sarvangasana or stand, shoulder stand. All right, I'll do the head. So you help the blood flow downwards from your toes to your heart and from heart to your brain. So you can seek the support of your anybody in the family or the world. You probably just can do the shoulder stand anyway. Just help for a while. Flow of blood, the legs, and from heart to the brain more easier. Yes. So that's all done now. So your favorite position, which is your, all right, so lying down flat like a dead person. Yeah. We lie down flat. And you need relaxation now. Done some rhythmic exercise, asanas, warmed your body. Let's lie down now. Lie flat. Hands by your side, separated from your body by about 5 centimeters. Hands, legs both. Hands facing upwards. Your eyes will be closed, but your third eye, inner eye, and your ears are wide open, listening to me. So yoga with its Yoga Nidra, this part, and after this your Pran Kriya, Pranayam. Meditation is actually sleeping in a awakened manner. It's very powerful because by sleep, when you are asleep, you by default are healing your body. There's no other way, which is very basic level, and 7 to 8 hours sleep will recharge yourself. But what it's actually doing is, if you learn to do actively yoga nidra is like we're doing now, then when you are doing yoga, you actually doing this. You obtain the benefits of sleeping, but magnified in the small time because of awareness. As I said in the beginning, knowledge of yourself is awareness, and it's very powerful. Because when you reach that part of yourself, there is a subtle component which contains all the knowledge of not only material living, but entire universe, your past, present, which is beyond this linear dimension of living life. So tapping into that automatically then brings you abundance. While only doing at a sensual level or a material level, it's hard work, really, really hard work. And we work very hard, all of us, because for that reason, because we are only at the moment basing our success with the knowledge of only very limited power of the senses. Yeah. So this is Yoga Nidra. So breathe in through your nostrils. Deep breaths, obtain the air, express gratitude. Again, it's free, but it's the most powerful part of your body as it goes down your throat, your windpipe into your lungs, the 800,000 alveolar sacs in which the air becomes hemoglobin, for example, becomes bound to oxygen, becomes bound to hemoglobin, and hemoglobin carries your oxygen into the red blood cells to the heart, and heart pumps it to the 50 trillion cells in your body. How much input was there from you in terms of awareness? Zero. And that happens automatically from when you are conceived very early in pregnancy until you die. Birth is a process when you start breathing on your own, but you are alive before that. Death is a process when the breath is gone. So breath is very powerful, prana. Yeah? And again, our active component is very little in terms of making sure we breathe properly and being expressing gratitude that where it comes from the air. We know the giver has got enough of it for 8 billion people. But being mindful, well, that's what yoga is, then expresses a lot of energy in your body. So that becomes the subconscious is being expressed. It's called prana shakti. Okay, so breathe again. There are 10 types of prana. The second one is called apana. As you take your breath through your lungs, Heart is sort of fresh now. Second one, take your attention to below the belly button and put your now energy on expression, exhalation. So breathe out. As you breathe out, now watching yourself. What do you breathe out? Carbon dioxide is a toxin within the body. So three atoms. So we take two in terms of oxygen, three in terms of carbon dioxide comes out. So while we're very good in learning dot points in last 300-400 years about material existence, but the system is very poor in joining the dot points. A lot of people don't even understand where the carbon dioxide is coming from. So if you realize that where it's coming with power, sugar, breath is a very integral part of your then weight balance, your digestive function, your metabolism. Then you realize because at atomic level, that's what's happening. Breathe again. So this vastness, this space from which this air comes, as it expresses the exhaling, your awareness of your motor sensory perception, information that is given to your tips of your fingers or skin, your eyes, the photos, so the ears, that goes to your brain and it interprets and expresses. This is part of that process of called Apan Shakti, Apan Prana. Another that's formed again. A lot of it is subconscious, 95%. Breathe again. Deep breath. Go through your nostrils, your chest, your heart. Now come up to the belly button region and focus your breath inside, deep to your belly button, right to the spinal cord. In the middle sits the center cord, Saman Shakti. Saman is reflection of fire. And fire is sun, which maintains this creation in our universe. And there are 100 billion suns, you know. And then there are more than 100 billion galaxies. How humongous is the creation? These are the rough estimates of what is called light matter. That's what we can have some impressions about. And that forms less than 20% is what's called dark matter. We know there's something like that exists, but what they are, we even don't understand. Which forms another 30%. The remaining is dark energy. So in the body also, there are subtle components which are related to the universe itself. And that part, metabolism, the Jatharagni is called, it's metabolic function. As long as you have heat, you are alive. Cold is reflection of less of heat. Breathe again. Keep your attention through your nostrils. Come up to the heart level this time as you breathe out. Express yourself. What's happening there? Again, subconscious activity. Yeah, so what I'm doing is bringing your subconscious to your conscious level. Because once you become conscious of yourself, you become aware of yourself, you actually tapping into your pre-programmed mind, which we talked earlier, and the physiological function which runs this body are subconscious. 95% each of it. Now heart, it pumps from very early, first week, second week of your, when you are conceived within the uterus. Forever it goes. At a level, it keeps beating. It keeps on repeating. Heart. Okay, so when you are aware, so fourth prana called Vyan. So your heart chambers pushes the blood 5 liters through your body.
is the liquid part. The Shitalta, the cohesion, reflects the ocean around the earth, 75% being the water. Body, similar proportion. It's required. As the space is being finite, so is your body. 99% is space. It's all viscous organ. 1% is electrons, proton, neutrons. In similar way, there is about 75% fluidity of this body. So understand that. So what's called? Different forms of fluid in your body. The brain floats in CSF, heart floats in pericardial fluid, lung in pleural fluid, your abdominal organs in peritoneal fluid. Where does a baby grow? Within amniotic sac fluid. That's Shitalta cohesion is provided by the fluidity of, and literally this is water, right? Somras, yeah, that power, if you have a feel for it inside. Breathe again. The fifth one, come up right to the top now. Hey, called Vyan. Vyan is reflective of your entire communication, your subtle, your neuronal, motor-sensory as well as subtle connection within the body. So 205 bones, muscle tendons, electrical, chemical, biological, physiological, atomic, molecular, subatomic. Okay, all this physical nature, where all the physics part of it runs. Then there's subtle nature. The mind. Mind is not an organ. It's a subtle expression of your brain activity in a form of thought. And each of our organs in the body is actually has this subtle nature too. We can't have apparatus or things that we can measure that. It is done in a different manner. But you have to know and understand the physical part of it and how to feel or assess or regulate in the end. Then you can have this capacity that builds in to then realize these subtle expressions, or which are more important or as subconscious. There's a 90% power behind each of these sensual apparatus that we have. Understand? So yoga brings you there to that level of actually understanding that Sukshma Sharira. Breathe. Then there another further five prana. So Nag, Kurma, Karikal, Devda, Janam, the more far subtle function, the peristalsis, the birth process, the eyelid movement, the hiccups, all other stuff that happens in body, and then the pranic shaktis. So keep your attention to it. Now breathe again. This time, bring your attention to your mouth. So apart from air, what else do you require to live? Is food and water. Again, we have 10% control of it. 90% is not. Do you realize? We went to the pranic, each of the body physiology. Now food, your control in your hands, what it brings. But you're a human. You've been given the freedom. Are you doing the right thing by the environment, for the climate itself? Are you morally and ethically right because you are a human? Do you understand your body? What does it require? As food. So this is not a passive living. This is active living, taking responsibility of why you're a human and not other animals. Is where your responsibility comes in what you put in your mouth is paramount to the 95% of other things that will happen to your body. Because you can't have both ways then. You are a human, you have the freedom, you have the choice. But that comes at quite a huge responsibility of you taking control. Otherwise, might as well be a plant or an animal. Then you come with a programmed life of whatever your tendencies will be. And to this day, any plant in the soil still knows what minerals to select to be a red rose or a white or a yellow or be a coconut tree or a jackfruit tree, whatever. Or for that matter, your animals, they eat only that they were supposed to eat. If you change and push what we do to pets, then they become sick. And they're obvious in your own life, while they live in their own way, in a natural state, they are healthy. So as human, we also have a prescription of what to eat based on our body system. So it's a huge responsibility. So digestion starts in your mouth. Your action is bringing in and chewing, and that too we are selfish about. We are very selfish beings, human beings. We don't want to express that we are dependent even on air, so we don't breathe properly even. That's why we went through the sequence of activities of how to breathe properly. Because your subconscious level, you don't want to be seen as dependent on anything, because it's your ego. So even breathe very shallow. That's a problem. Eating also. So you don't chew properly even. But digestion function starts in your mouth. There's salivary glands. There's conversion of foods. Say beetroot, silver beet, beetroot and other stuff, the green vegetables, they convert into nitrites and they reduces your blood pressure, balances your heart rate. All starts there in the mouth. The food part, esophagus, thereafter it's all subconscious activity, involuntary. You don't have any control. How acid is secreted, the gut system that we have. See, meat-eating animals have a very straight line intestinal tract. It can't be there sitting for a long time. It comes, it goes. And there are special reasons. We don't talk about it today. I mean, we don't have time. There's a karma cycle there, and every life, every being comes in to complete this process of your tendencies, which is impressions of sanskar, and you're born according to that. But human obviously has now transcended into a level of now having freedom. But if you don't take responsibility of freedom as to what you are doing, then you are actually pulling yourself within the context of universal justice back into a form just by your nature and what we do. So you have to be very mindful. Okay, so this tract, intestinal tract, is very long. It's for fiber-based foods. And why fiber-based food? Because we have 38 trillion, close to 38 trillion bacteria in our body. All these good bacteria are living on what's called fiber-based food. Your prebiotic, probiotic, both are required. Fruits, vegetables, fermented foods. Okay? So that's the food of this bacteria, and we live with this bacteria. This bacteria has huge responsibility of digestion of the food. So microbial health, like the soil health I was mentioning. There's enough microbial population. Like you use gyrophosphate and other chemicals in the soil, you are destroying the natural habitat and the food and other things that we are growing are limited in capacity. So your body also, when you eat the wrong food, say acid-based food, meat-based food, refined foods, old food, heating, not fresh food, your bacteria, and at the moment in modern society, we are less than 50% of what normal bacterial count should be in your gut system. So be aware. So foods are very important because your immune system, 70% of your immune system is lined by the GI tract. It's a very simple thin lining, one cell layer only, half the diameter of your hair. And you understand, if you take wrong things, that layer gets damaged and it induces what's called a chronic, very low grade inflammation in your body. And if your immune system is activated, hyperactive, you get lots of autoimmune diseases. Low grade inflammation damages your heart, your brain cells, your Alzheimer's, stroke, heart attack, all these diseases happen. Autoimmune impacts on your body, diabetes, other diseases, endocrine dysfunction happen. And there's connection of food right to your head. And that's why we drink, we take all these things, it makes you happy temporarily and for a moment. And that's all we know. It's no fault of our generation and last few generations. Before that, people did understand. We obtain this temporary happiness by sensual pleasures. But it's over very quickly within 24 hours, and you are again desperate and searching. But in terms of doing that, you are damaging your whole gut health. It induces lots of results might now scientifically proved within the medical circle now. So microbial health is very important to your mental health as well through what's called vasovagal nerve connection to your brain and carrying neural system. So take responsibility of what we eat and because your good feel hormones, 50% of our also secret endocrine, what's called serotonin, dopamine, endorphin, etc. The immune system, a lot of autoimmune diseases now. Every organ system in last how many 80, 90 years now has 30, 40 different types of immune diseases, each of our organ system because of the imbalance of your immunity. Food is very, very important and same with drink. So soda, carbonated drinks, all these things removes this bacteria and by default the bad bacteria sets in. A lot of diseases like cancers also are associated with imbalance of this microbial health. So breathe again. Now bring your attention to the side of your tummy. There's what's called kidney, bean-shaped structure. Visualize it in your third eye. Completely 100% subconscious activity, okay? How filtration happens, how your blood is filtered every microsecond of all the poison, and how kidney takes it out. What a brilliant system it is. Just be conscious of it. Just express gratitude. And then see how your body functions. Ureter, bladder, urethra. The other activities like breath, the food passing away, all these removes toxins of the body. While we can control through serious system a lot of what we expel, there's other things that we can't, which is your breath, which is your sweat. So that's why we do other things in the home. And traditionally, Hindus had what called yajna ceremony, where you add to fire purified butter, the herbs, and the chemical reaction produces formic acid, other things, purifies your environment. The purified things that you add in it with air and fire, it spreads in your neighborhood, in your society, in your community. This positive air that is taken in by others, we're at no cost. So you are helping a community, a society. That's the nature of what you need to do. Because the more we lock ourselves, the more you become closed in a physical manner, your gated community. Slowly you dissociate from the community that you live in because you're locking yourself, you're closing. Unfortunately, that's the way we live now because people have relationships are gone. And even at my time, we lived in open spaces. Each of the houses were how many kilometers of each other. Everybody lived safely. Nobody was locked. Nothing. Freedom was there. Now, if we say we developed, but we are more locked, we have 24-hour CCTVs, the danger is even higher. Children can't walk 1 kilometer alone now. They used to walk 5, 10 kilometers to school alone. What has happened? The more you close yourself, the more you are dissociating at a physical level. But the unfortunate part is that closure also occurs at your internal level. Okay, the more insecure you are, which is basically at a living of your survival instinct, Muladhara Chakra, your body is actually subconsciously also living in a locked stage. You have constraints, you can't express yourself. So, being human is very huge responsibility because that freedom can really drag you down. Because the more you think you are the master and controller, in actual context, when you are nothing but a dust particle Earth as a planet in context of our Milky Way, you are irrelevant. But that illusionary ego makes even one individual as a human feel that they're the mightiest. Forget about the earth has no actually power in context of how it's spinning is based on gravity and other controls, not on it itself either. So whilst the whole individuality is a separation, if you are aware of yourself, which is yoga, then you realize that you actually are part and parcel of the entire creation. Then you feel that there's no reason to be locked, no reason to be confined, no reason, all this closure is done at an illusionary level with lack of awareness and knowledge of your true self. And unfortunately, it is very detrimental to your body. So every system gets closed. There are cells in your body. They don't know how to express itself fully because your perceived nature of how you are living is a locked, confined, individual, alone. But cells, they don't. They have to relate to each other. 50 trillion cells there. They can't function as one individual cell. Same thing with your bacterial population in your tummy. Okay? So knowledge awareness is very important. Now take your attention to the fingertips, to your wrist, your elbow come up to the shoulders, back of your neck, go down, your spinal vertebra, rear cavity, down, right, back of your legs, calves, your heel, the sole of your feet, come up in the front of your feet, your ankle, your front of your leg, your knee, thighs to the pelvic area. Give your attention to the left, the subtle neural connection, nadis, ida, positioning of mood, its impact on your body, quite obvious hormonal activities. Pingla, right side, sun, its position on your body and impact circadian rhythm. Okay, so the entire endocrine system, pituitary glands, work on based on the how Earth spins and twists. Your body goes through this, what's called circadian rhythm. If you, it's no you have no choice but you have to live with this nature rules. We break it by having all sorts of artificial lights and things and reasons to keep awake. When your body actually is going through the cycle anyway, you're becoming like a obstructive force because you have to go with the flow. Circadian rhythm, pituitary gland, how the hormones are secreted. So that the activities of breathing, exercises, and meditation takes you to the pituitary gland and releases lots of these hormones. So that's your pharmacy of your body. If you don't utilize that, that pharmacy will be closed inside your body. And the whole pharmaceutical world, it likes you to close it because it wants you to give all the chemical based stuff so that you keep being more dependent for profit reasons. But the capability is already in the body. So vasopressin, antidiuretic hormone, vasodilation, blood vessels get dilated, your blood pressure is controlled, it presses blood travels through your body. Yeah? To increase amount of oxygen to your brain. Imagine the function. How would you be able to express yourself? But if you are locked, confined, and restricted, and even blood is not circulating, how are you going to find? Physiologically, it's a big part. And momentarily, we all feel. So if you're romantic, you have different levels of blood perfusion in your body. It's very obvious. You can, the lungs can do the same thing. Level of oxygenation increases. Your brain, and they are the same hormones. Called vasopressin. It's called endothelium-derived growth factors. Dilates everything. If you constrain and confine and controlling, it's all closed. We are the best in ourselves. You all have experienced when you are free of yourself being controlling. And that's why we go for holidays. Because for that moment in time, and you don't go to the same holiday place because your ego catches up and doesn't want you to feel the goodness that you did in the first place anyway. That's why you don't enjoy that much. So you look for something new. And luckily, nature has given so much abundance. You can keep changing around, going around. The new place, new nature allows you to be opened. And body is receiving, allowing you. That's how you feel that goodness. Make sense? So that blood vessels dilate then. It's free. There's all the good feeling hormones in your body. Pineal gland gets activated, endorphin, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, all these good feel hormones. Your thyroid, your parathyroid, your bone marrow, mada, vaja, asti, immune system. COVID teaching is look after your immune system. Look at your inner pharmacy that is already there in every single person. Look after it. That's all the teaching of it. Very sure. Because if your immune system good, these viruses are part and parcel of life and living. You will be able to manage. As I said, we have in this, body 38 trillion microorganisms. And you do the right thing. Don't eat things that you aren't supposed to. Don't make those things jump over from a species to another. You're a human being. That's where the freedom, responsibility comes in. So, adrenal glands, okay? When you are in a Muladhara level of survival mode, all these hormones which are secreted is only closes your blood supply to your frontal lobe of your brain. You call what's called median level. only in the middle of your brain, body, blood remains. Your your skin becomes cold. You felt when you become too nervous. It's survival mode. It was good when you live in a nature, in a jungle or somewhere. Momentarily, and you are attacked. It stimulates, it protects you. But as soon as danger is over, you are living normally. But in modern society, then what's called perceived danger is almost every time there because we have locked ourselves. We are perceiving danger all around us in everything that is around us. And then literally there are dangers as well because of the system that we live of modern slavery. Mortgage itself is a 24-hour stress. You're worrying, you're running, waking, driving, traffic, wars, gossip nature of the world of today. The fakeness of relationship, the double, triple talks that people do behind each other. What are you doing? What we are doing? That is what is danger to your own body and it stimulates cascade of survival level of living, closing of any other deep aspect of a human being a human. So your cortisol levels are very high, destroying your body. As I said, microbial population gone, your cortisol levels very high because of this stress, that the environment that we are part and parcel. But so it's not all lost. You can still live all this, but then you know if you have the awareness and knowledge and you do yoga practice, you're balancing it. That's why it's more important today, yoga. It wasn't so important when you were living on a farm-based substance level of living. Then you are doing physical exercise anyway. You're part of your nature. You are balancing your body. You are automatically doing asanas. You are doing breathing exercise by walking and all those things, and you're meditating because your attention was on the natural things, not on concrete jungle. But now you have to do it. That's why our rishis, what's called the Hindu priests, they foresaw Kali Yuga, this time of living, will be almost suffocating, and they needed to put this for people like us that it's there is a way, right? So take responsibility. Okay, so bring your attention now. How do you balance this thing, which is through yoga by stimulating your vasovagal tune system. So vagus range from your brain, looks after your face, your heart, your lungs. It comes down all the way to your tummy, regulates peristalsis, pancreas, gallbladder, liver, diaphragm. All these homocysteines of your adrenal gland is balanced. Okay, so it causes creativity. It connects to your right side of your brain. It gives you intuition. It's like router to the universe. It's a vasovagal. So yoga practices that's what it does. So perception level you antennas, your two eyes, two ears, two nostrils, and your taste bud. The perceptive power increases more than what at a physical level we only utilize 5 to 10% at most. So it increases. So your understanding, your knowledge, your awareness of the bigger things, bigger questions also you understand, but at a more personal level, you understand what I was talking about now in your Nidra. Okay, so breathe in deep and take your attention to your tailbone. Now follow up through the tailbone upwards. Those energy centers. Now we need to move from Muladhara. I talked over and over many times now. Swadhisthana, depth of perception. Manipura, solar plexus, the material, success. Why are 20% of the world people who control 80% by the might of the wealth? It's not random, it's not accidental. Some of it's hereditary, but most of the billionaires of the world have self-made. Actually, they all utilize this power of actually awareness and knowledge and going beyond to accumulate wealth, material level even. So while the rest of the population is just like a herd of, running behind, don't utilize their power that is internally. But if you do all these things, then only you can open yourself for the heart chakra, where humanity expresses of yourself. And some people, as you can see, Bill Gates and others, when they have abundance of money, then they start charitable foundations and other things. Because they have enough money to do goodness, and the body itself is now asking them to make sure that money is utilized properly in some benefit to the world. But internally, if your energy centers at a heart level, you express humility, softness, goodness, helpfulness to every being, rather than having abundance of money and having a trust fund and avoiding your tax and giving donations. That's again calculated. It's better. You're helping still, but it's not the same as our genuine nature of thinking about plants, animals, other human beings. That's a very different level of living. That richness is very different from just being a billionaire. Because the power in that is something else. And it keeps going on as you keep going up, like your vocal cord, your expression, your reaction time, your neural functions start getting better. Because after a sensual perception, as they increase your ability to perceive things, then your subtle level of your functions, your mind, your thought processes, the electromagnetic, as you keep going up to your throat, to your pituitary gland, right to the top of your head, is another level of perception and world opens up for the person. That can be bought by money and things. It only comes through internal knowledge, development, practice, discipline. So then you can actually perceive beyond. In a very simple, and every human being has that ability to do it. If you reach that in yoga, basically is a pathway to express this subtlety and find your level of astral body, so you can travel beyond your body then. Because we are not restricted. We are flying from A to B. We can go by car. We're getting our space rockets and things to go to the International Space Station, to Moon, to Mars very soon. It's good. The Voyager planetary spacecraft has gone out of our universe now into beyond our universe. So that's all well and good in a physical level. But we can't do this because there is what's called a silver core, which links us to our subtle component, which can travel beyond what's called outer body experience. So Yoga Nidra takes you at a deep level. You can have a feeling. Look at yourself now from the roof or the ceiling of your house. What is this body? Detach yourself. You are linked by the silver cord, but you can travel. If you travel more, you can see the earth twisting about 1600 kilometers an hour and orbiting the sun about 2200 kilometers an hour. It's so fast. Still, there are a lot of humans today believe that no, Earth is not even spinning, and our rishis wrote that 20, 30, how many thousands of years they've been actually teaching through our pandits how it spins. So it is awareness of the knowledge comes from this deep travel, and they wrote about the planetary systems, the 9 planets for this universe. So most of Hindu temples will have that Nogra, and then Navratri Puja and things that you do. It's all very symbolic of the understanding of the universe. So why do you Kumbh Mela, Mahakumbh every 12 years? Because they understood the positioning of Jupiter as in Brihaspati, it is travels around the sun, it takes 12 years. And they understood that because of their gravity, the asteroids and other things are held. Otherwise, Earth will be destroyed within seconds. So all these graha, all these things that are symbolically talked about is a knowledge. You know, it's called simriti. You pass by talking. That's how knowledge was shared for thousands of years until our capability of passing by talking become limited and we started writing in the books. So keep traveling, have a feel, understand what's called Akash Ganga or Milky Way. You know how Brigitte described the dream world? A lot of ancient cultures, be it Maya culture, South America, Celtic of Europe, or Egyptian culture, or Zoroastrian culture of Persia, or the Iraqi culture. They all have this knowledge far beyond. And Hindus are one of those only surviving ancient cultures at the moment who practiced all this knowledge. And they describe billions of stars and galaxies. They talked about what's called now the whole thing about metaverse, coming meta as a word. In the Hindu scriptures from thousands of years before, how many planetary systems are there? That you, or what's called quantum, now jumping, or parallel universes, each and every thought of one person. One is to wish a living and one that you live under the illusion of Maya. Your another self is living the other true life elsewhere at the same moment. This is accepted by science now. Parallel universe. This is all talked about, and this is how you can actually, through yoga, tap into your the other self, where the abundance and a level of living is from energy, electromagnetic frequencies. So that's how abundance comes in more quicker time. The other way of doing is what we do through our system is the really hard work, and only 60% of people are not successful. By the time they retire, they're still in mortgage, they don't have a life. So the system is not actually, even after that much hard work, not giving you the peace of living that one deserves. There's obviously 20% are doing very well with that energy and obtaining abundance. So you keep trying. So what's called time dilation, the event horizons described, or our universe, multiverse, Andromeda, Metromedia, other galaxy, where the dimensions of living change. Time space is same. This thing that we are separated time and space now. It's all same. And within your body, you can actually start living at that past, present, and future is at one level. And literally, it is at what's called an event horizon. The particles are into waves, mass into energy, with gravity, with this quasar activities, control the whole planetary system. And the even more strange is the Vedas talk about what's called dark energy that we are learning through James Webb telescope and things. It's written in the Sadhya Sukta Rigved, the universe beyond your light matter and dark matter, which is called dark energy. What there is beyond, nobody knows. What is it from which everything arises. Read it. It's, it's, it's very powerful. There, the energy, the abundance that there is. So there's no end to it. And the purpose of being human is actually, if you are being, not just a human, but a being, then it falls in your responsibility to First, learn about your body, then we can learn about the universe. And if you do and you go to the limit, then the whole process of living becomes much more easier because one way of living is really, really hard that we at the moment understand. But if you ever tap into the real energy frequencies, because beyond this perception, sensual level, or increase the perception power of your senses itself, a lot of extra things will start happening. But if you transgress and transcend into beyond that, then what part of your Vidya that we are trying to express is the subconscious. Then you're beyond everything. You're not limited by this physical body anymore. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. That's Yoga Nidra. Yeah. So come on, sit. So Yoga Nidra expresses your subconscious. And subconscious runs 95% of your physiology. Okay, now so more deep aspects of expression yourself comes from breathing exercises. It's more targeted. So start with Bhastika. Breathing in through your nostrils. As you breathe in, push your belly button out. As you breathe out, push your belly button in. It empties your lung. Okay, so there's lots of dead space, what's called in lung. But 500 mils of air just sits in there. Doesn't get oxygenated. So breathing deep properly, as I said, breaks this nature of control, selfishness, because it directly impacts your body as well, apart from externally that you're doing. The Bhastika and other pranayams that we do is actually, and you realize it's very strenuous, pulls all your muscles. Okay, don't have too much time, but depending on how much time you have, you can exercise. Okay, it's very good exercise in itself. Muscles of your tummy, your side, your chest, your back, they all become involved in the breath. It's called deep. When I say, oh, we are very selfish, we only breathe very minimal, just only survival level. There's nothing more happening to the body. Go deep. Okay? Second. Okay, so you breathe deeply, breathe out all, hold the breath. When you're holding, you push your belly button out and in. So there's two functions to it. Increases your level of how much you can hold your breath. And the other, mind focus in terms of moving your belly button, because it requires your muscle, your attention for muscles to be working. Okay, Agni Sar is called.
Okay. When you can't do it, howl anymore, just breathe in and out. One more time. Out. In. Out. Hold it. Agnisar. Okay, it will minimal 3 times. Now, Ujjayi Pranayama. It's a vibrational energy onto your Vishuddhi chakra. Okay, so we talked about the immune system, thyroid, parathyroid, bone marrow, your stem cells. There's a 25% reserve sitting of every single cell. Only 10, 15 years ago, we didn't think that brain cells could be regenerating. Heart cells, this everything can regenerate because once you're able to tap into the stem cells. Okay, so Ujjayi. So breathing in through your throat. So there's energy, okay? Yeah. So breathe in through your nose with a focus on the throat, with that vibrational activity, and you breathe out as well. Similar way, 3 times like that. Put your chin on your chest. It's a variation of Ujjayi Pranayama. Now, further pressure, okay, because you're closing your visual. Yeah, it's a Mulban, Jalandanman, Udanman. Udanman is closed. So chin there. Breathe in. When you're breathing out, put your neck up, close your right nostril and breathe out through the left. So most of those things that I was talking about in Yoga Nidra when you're lying down, this is how it's stimulated. All those internal subconscious activities are expressed by called Pran Kriya. Now, next one is Kapalbhati. It's an exhalation exercise in which we focus on breathing out only. Breathing in is involuntary or it's a vacuum created, it happens. So, but you focus on breathing out. So you're pushing your belly button in, air comes out. And you can do it at your own rate. You don't have to race with me or anyone. It's like this. So your back straight, you're breathing out as you're pressing your belly button, air comes out. So there's a vacuum created, air gets sucked in, but you don't focus on that, okay? Do it as long as you can at your own rate. Pull all your muscles, all your latissimus dorsi, back muscles, psoas muscles, tummy muscles are utilized. So it can be a bit painful, but you get used to it. And when it's become rhythmic, you don't feel anything. Actually, it becomes like a train kind of thing. It moves, it moves. And we do it for a while because Kapal is your fontanelle. It's metaphorically being opened up. Yes, a joint your energy centers from your survival mode to the metaphysical level. So what we talked about before, that abundance where everything is there, wisdom, wealth, health, and everything. And there's no selfishness required. It's only your control of thinking that if you have to get something, then somebody else Can't have it now. 8 billion people, nothing in context of the creation. Abundance, earth is just a drop, nothing. Why are you so worried? Everybody can have abundance. Right? So Kapal Bhati takes you through their journey. Start, right? Sit. You can support your back like this. Once you start doing it, it's very pacifying and it's very rhythmic, so it doesn't take that much energy. So it's on you, how much you want to do. Now let's do what's called Bahi Kumbhak. So you breathe in deep, breathe out, and hold it as long as you can. Mulban, Jalandhanban, Udanban. Very good. And breathe in and feel how internally like you are having a shower. It's a different thing from your physical body. Okay, so this once you get into deeply into the breathing clears, coherence breathing pranayama, you well the whole nadi system, energy system, then you feel what's happening to it. Because breath is the power. It's like water washes your internal body. Breath does it to your internal body, to your mind, to your subconscious context of what the body is. Breathe again without holding. Now let's do Anulom Vilom. Alternate nasal breathing. Breathe in through your left, out through your right. In through your right, out through your left. In through your left, out through your right. In through your right, out through your left. In through your left, out through your right. In through your right, out through your left. So keep doing this, but more subtle now. It's called Nadi Shodhan. Very quiet, so no noise. Breathe in through your left, hold it, out through your right, hold, in through your right, out through your left, in through your left, hold, out through your right, in through your right, hold, out to your left, hold, in through your left, out to your right, in through your right, out to your left, in through your left, All right. Okay. It can't be taught. You can't just learn by reading. You have to practice. Those who practice will know what it feels like. Okay. This is complete peace. And when you're in complete peace, then only you can meditate. Because meditation, you can bring to your alpha level of state of brain waves, which is about 10 oscillations per second. From beta, what we live is about around 20. That's how you feel relaxed. So by either rhythmic exercise or breathing exercise, and any part of meditation is what it is. But if you want to go deeper, which is even less distractions, which is like theta wave level about 5 oscillation, then you actually tapping deep into your self where the learning happens. And that's why passive learning happens in a child. If you give them 5 languages, they will learn 5 languages within first few years. Because that's the state they are in theta level. So by yogic practice, that's what it does. It brings you back to that physiological, your mental ability of how you can deprogram yourself. Because you might be just programmed badly by exposure to pregnancy and early days in your life. And most of us are actually. So to reprogram requires this effort to reach that state. That is what is the secret of yoga. It brings you to that level. That's why they say the time, place, space, time goes, your past, your present, and future, all can be at the same time when you keep practicing. Is the ancient Hindu practice of yoga. So now let's meditate. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturbharenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yona Prachodayat. God, give of life, king of pencils, bestower of happiness, creator of universe, the utmost luminous, pure, and adorable. We meditate on thee. Please inspire and guide our intellect in the right direction. संकल्प हे परमपिता परमात्मा, हम अपने विविध को विविधते और आपकी पूर्ण आनंद की प्राप्ति के अपनी पूर्ण शक्ति से आपकी शरण में आए। आप कृपया करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुखों को दूर करके हमें पूर्ण आनंद की प्राप्ति कराइए और आपकी कृपा हमारे ऊपर सदा बनी रहे। प्रतिहारा यम नियम के बाद में प्रतिहारा आता है। This is realization of what we talk through. I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, I'm not the 5 primordial elements, I'm not the 5 subtle elements of the 10 senses that run through the body. So who am I? I'm the divine, I'm the soul, I'm the prana, I'm the life force, I'm part and part of the entire creation. Vishuddhi Atma mein Chetan Swarupa. The body keeps changing, mind keeps changing, emotions keep changing, thoughts keep changing, but I never change. मैंने पाक तन मात्राएं रूपन स्पर्श पाक महबूद आकाशवाणी में जल पृथ्वी 10 इंद्रिय चित्त मन अहंकार बुद्धि कुछ नहीं बल्कि मैं शुद्ध आत्मा। Recognizing your true self, detachment, introspection. The next stage आता है धारणा ध्यान और समाधि उसके साथ में 3 साथ में संयम उसे कहते हैं।
concentration, meditation, blissfulness. So how do you maintain concentration? पहला है इस प्राणायाम नियम प्रत्याहार प्राणायाम विधि. So now धारणा concentration तब ध्यान meditation होता है. So how do you maintain concentration? According to Yoga Shastra, Rishi Patanjali, because body is like a monkey keeps jumping, how to keep its stillness is replace that everything with that thought of the creator, the qualities. The true definition. का पहला स्वर व्यापक सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप निराकार स्वरूप शक्तिमान जन्मानंद मंदिर का नित्य पवित्र सृष्टि करता है उसी की स्थिति प्रार्थना उपासना करनी योग है. धर्म का मोक्ष की प्राप्ति ब्रह्मचर्य गृहस्थी वानप्रस्थ संन्यास वो planes of existence, normal body physiology अपने आप उसमें आता है, चेंज होते रहते हैं. नौ द्रिब आकाश वायु जल पृथ्वी हर काल हर समय हर जगह मोट 24 गुण 33 कोटि और 5 किया बनाने वाला चलाने वाला ईश्वर creator organizer protector omniscient omniscient omnipotent from eternity they keep showering your blessings or desires of the beings are always fulfilled by whatever is good and beneficial for us. You provided us without asking, provided wisdom, happiness, peace, and contentment. Love and affection, dispel of illness, weakness, and worry, we will always remember to sit and submit ourselves in the arms of the benevolent and compassionate Lord. Remove narrow mind, selfishness, attraction, lust, anger, jealousy, hatred, balance, ill will, negativities of our life. अनंत काल से अपने उपकारों की आशीर्वादों की रक्षा करते हो प्राणी मात्र की संपूर्ण कामना को आप पूर्ण कर हमारे लिए जो कुछ शुभ फिर उसे आप बिना मांगे स्वयं हमारे झोली में डालते चाहते अपने आचरण में की शांति आनंद का वास है चरण झली की शीतल छाया में परम तृप्ति है शाश्वत सुख की उपलब्धिता सब अवीर सुख पदार्थ की प्राण सचिष्टा तथा विश्वास और स्थिति प्रार्थना उपासना करें. का दूसरा the second quality omniscient omnipresent omniscient omnipotent दुख हरता आदि दैविक आदि भौतिक आध्यात्मिक पृथ्वी लोक वनस्पति जीवलोक स्थूल शरीर सूक्ष्म कारण शरीर the gross ethereal body the subtle body that we talked about and beyond that the causal body आत्मिक चार तेरा को साइया मार सकेगा कोई बाल लंबा कर सके जो जितने If the sheep, you are the avenger, you are the protector at every place of our existence. There is no randomness, there is no accidents. If anything, all everything is just synchronicity, serendipity, symphony, harmony, hemostasis, magnetism, all happens automatically. We apply all the virtual qualities of life, forgiveness, simplicity, stability, fearlessness, humbleness. By all good qualities be our possessions, my body be healthy, strong, mind pure and enlightened. So divine and super through your blessings, all our senses be enlightened, by a heart of compassion and sympathy. Wants to be amiable and thoughtful for action, may your vision of love and creation, may your complete education and wisdom. May our personality be virtuous and great, to exist amongst the poorest of the poor. May our life be devoted and dedicated to you. सात्विक गुणों की प्राप्ति क्षमा सरलता स्थिरता निर्विकार सब अच्छे गुण हमारे संपत्ति हमारा शरीर स्वस्थता परिपुष्ट मन सूक्ष्मता उन्नत आत्मा पवित्र सुंदर के संस्पर्श हमारी सारी शक्तियां हमारे हृदय में दया सहानुभूति वाणी में मिठास दृष्टि में प्यार में बुद्धि तथा ज्ञान से परिपूर्ण हमारा व्यक्तित्व महान तथा विशाल दीनान दीनों के मन में करने वाली आपके चरणान विधियों में हमारे जीवन अर्पित सबके सेवा में लेकर हमें कृतार्थेश्वर का तीसरा Shuddhamasi, Buddhamasi, Muktamasi, Niranjanasi, Shuddh. All pure are perfect and complete. May we acquire the purity, may we endeavor to find that perfection. तत्वमसि ब्रह्म जिस सच्चिदानंद संकल्प मोक्ष शक्ति तब संकल्प करे साधना पुरुषार्थ विवेक एंड वैराग्य की प्राप्ति डिस्कवरी पावर डिटैचमेंट तब होती है। तब शरीर से जो इनर्शिया नेगेटिविटी टेंडेंसी तामसिक एक्टिविटी से जो सर्वाइवल मोड हम मूलाधार चक्र जिस इंद्रियों की निगरानी में ही रह जाते हैं उसमें से निकल पाएंगे। खाना पीना रहन सहन, फिर जो सटल बॉडी है हमारी सूक्ष्म शरीर राजसिक ये जो पद होता है उसमें निष्काम कर्म करें। जो थॉट्स है 70,000-80,000 थॉट्स अ डे, बैलेंसिंग फाइंडिंग दैट स्पॉट ऑफ कनेक्शन। कल आज जो कुछ है सब अभी एक ही मोमेंट में हो रहा है। फिर जन्मों जन्म का जो साइकिल है हमारी आत्मा का जो यात्रा, क्लेश में से बाहर आए। विद्या आश की तराग द्वेष अवनिवेश मृत्यु का भय उल्टा ज्ञान लगाओ। बदले की भावना सब समाप्त हो, काम क्रोध लोभ मोह बना माया बसूया ईर्ष्या द्वेष कुटिल भावना को दूर करो। जागृत से स्वप्न सुषुप्ति तू या तर भार्गव चेतना फ्लेम्स जो है ना बीटा वेव्स अल्फा थीटा डेल्टा गेमा एनर्जी का फुल आपकी एक्सप्रेशन। बात पीठ का श्लेष्मा बराबरी भविष्य शब्द वाणी संकल्प ध्यान ज्ञान अर्जनी आकाश स्मृति आशा आत्मा परमात्मा लोकेश न प्रदेश न विदेश न है जो अटैचमेंट मैत्री भाव करुणा मुदिता उपेक्षा सभी से मिलने की शक्ति रहने की रिलेशनशिप। अन्नमय कोश मनमय कोश प्राणमय कोश विज्ञान आनंदमय कोश। फाइव एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ दिस मटीरियल एंड बियॉन्ड मटीरियल लिविंग। यम और नियम की हमारी पूरी की पूरी प्राप्ति जिससे अहिंसा सत्य अस्त्य ब्रह्मचर्य पिगरा सौ संतोष तपस्या ईश्वर प्रेरणा तब एकाग्र की स्थिति बन सकती है। चित्र दो मूल जो व्यक्तित्व एकाग्र दो स्थिति योग चित वृत्ति निरोधा सर्विकल से सर्विचार सर्वी से नर्वी संप्रजाय संप्रजाय से सर्वी से निर्गुण सान शिष्य कैवल्य ध्यान ध्यान समाधि धर्म लक्षण अवस्था सिद्धि की प्राप्ति है। रीमा महिमा गरिमा गरिमा महिमा प्राप्ति प्रथम न्याय इस्तेवा इस्तेवा। प्राण स्वरूप परमात्मा प्राण की शक्ति आदि दैविक आदि पर सभी प्रकार के सुख देने वाले 72,000 नाडिया बिलियन। ईश्वर हमारी बुद्धि को उत्तम मार्ग के लिए बुद्धि से गलत तक सदा चिंतना की स्थिति प्रार्थना उपासना सच्चिदानंद all pure perfect and complete। ओम सत्यम ओम ज्ञानम ओम अनंतम ओम ब्रह्म। ओम सत्यम ओम ज्ञानम ओम अनंतम ओम ब्रह्म। सत्यम ओम ज्ञानम ओम अनंतम ओम ब्रह्म। ओम आनंदम ओम आनंदम ओम आनंदम। पूर्ण ओम शांति। मंत्र चिकित्सा तक्षुर्दीहितं पुरुषाचुव्रतमिषत् पश्येमि शरदशतं जीवेमि शरदशतं शृणुयामि शरदशतं प्रभामि शरदशतं दीनश्यामि शरद यज्जागृतो दूर्मे देवितं देवितिं दूरमं ज्योतिषां ज्योतिरीकं तन्मे मनाशु संकल्पमस्तु। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिवन्दनां मृत्युर्मुक्षमामृतां तेजोमस्तेजोमयं बलमसि बलमिदं ओजोमसि ओजोमयं वीर्यमसि वीर्यमयं सहोमसि सहोमयम्। ॐ त्वमेमा च तपितत्वमेव बन्धुशिखा त्वमेद्या द्रविणं तवे सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितर्तानि पराशय यद्भद्रं तन्नश्वो निरङ्गर्भासमवर्तताग्रे भूतस्य जातापतिरेक्ष्या तदा धारे पृथिवीं ध्यामुते मकृष्णे देवाय हविषाभिनेमि भूम्यात्मदा यस्य उपासते कृष्णं यस्य देव यस्य छायामृतं यस्य मृत्युः कस्मै देवाय हविषाभिनेमि पुण्यप्राणनिमिषतो महि त्वैकैर्जायतो भावो या ईशस्य द्विपचस्पतिष्पदा कस्मै देवाय हविषाभिनेमि उमेन देवरुद्रा पृथिवी च धीरा स्वास्थवितमेन योऽन्तरिक्षे राजस्व विमान कस्मै देवाय हविषाभिनेमि प्रजापतिनित्रितानन्द विश्वा जातानि परिता भावो यत्कामास्ति जहुमस्तनस्तु वयं श्यामपतरो रहिना ॐ सन्नुमन्द्रजनिता संविधाता धामानि वेदभुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवामृतमानुषान्ना शशिते धामन्ददैर्यन्त मग्नेन सुतारास्मान् विश्वानि देवो येनानि विद्वान् यदस्मज्जहुरान्मेनो भूशान्तिर्भक्तिर्निधे ओम नमो शंभवाय च नमो भवाय च नमः शंकराय च मस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च ओम शन्नो मित्र शन्वरुण शन्नो भरिगो हरिमा शन्नो गुरु बृहस्पति शन्नो विष्णु रुक्रमा नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्तवाय तुम कृच्छम ब्रह्मादि तुम दीक्षम ब्रह्मादि स्वामी उत्तम दिशा सत्यम दिशामि तन्ममोतु तत्वातरामोतु औतु मामोतु वाक्यम् ओम शन्मदे वीरभिष्टया आपो भवतु गीतये चन्दोरवीशवन्तुना ओम सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो बृहद्देवाशा स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नष्टाशर्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्दधातु न ॐ सहना भवतु सहना भुनक्तु सवीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ दीनातक्तेन भुजिता ॐ यथा पिण्डे तथा ब्रह्माण्डे तथा पिण्डे ॐ पूर्णिविवाहि कर्माणि जय विषेतां समायो त्वे तिथि अस्ति न कर्मलिपति नवे ॐ अस्तु मा सत्गमय तमसु मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युमा अमृतं गमय ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति अन्तरिक्षं शान्तिः पृथ्वी शान्तिरापा शान्तिरोषधय शान्ति वनस्पति शान्ति विश्वे देवा शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुण शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति क्षमा शान्तिरिति ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शांति 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 भैया thank you all hopefully you are nice and well relaxed and energized for a week at least join again next Sunday we'll go through the process of
dipping into your subconscious, increasing your intuitive power. Okay, and finding the meaning of life. All right, I'll see you again. Bye.